So could you tell us what the story's about?
Well, the story is about the Warlock's Hairy Heart, which is a side story in the Harry Potter universe. It's part of a collection of tales of the Beedle Bar by J.K. Rowling, obviously because it's Harry Potter universe. And there's this, basically, the gist of the story, there's this more handsome young Warlock who takes out his heart because he sees as people falling in love growing foolish over time, and basically his parents die, so he's quite well off, so he has a castle, he has money, he has wealth, and he overhears his servants talking about how a man such as in his state doesn't have a wife and how strange it is, and they kind of take the mick out of him by not having a wife. So as he overhears this, he wants to prove them wrong and vows to find a maiden with grand magical powers. So like when they have children, their magic is, what's the word, kept on?
Yeah, carried on.
In their lineage. Sorry. And the next day he actually finds a maiden, which is quite weird. He finds one who's come into town, like fate, to visit family, and basically in a nutshell they meet and he tries to win her over with poetry, but obviously because he doesn't have a heart, he's just stolen these words from poets and he doesn't really mean it.
It's not genuine.
It's not genuine, yeah. So she says, "Oh, I'd believe you only if you have a heart," or something like that. So he actually goes down to the dungeons and takes her down to the dungeons to show her where he's kept his heart for so long. Obviously, because it's been away from humanity and sunlight and everything, it's tainted and it's
animalistic
and it's been grown with like black hair and hence Warlock's Hairy Heart.
Yeah.
And she urges him to put it back in so he can feel true love or something like that. So he puts it back in, and unfortunately he feels the opposite, and the savage nature of the heart takes over him, and he wants to have her heart to actually feel love or something. So he cuts out her heart, which obviously causes her to die.
Yeah.
And before he puts it back in, he obviously takes out his hairy heart and he dies because he's got no heart, and he's just found by the maiden's family led dead on the floor with her just holding two hearts in each of his hands.
Cool.
I quite like it because it's a dark fairy tale. It's not got a happy ending as such. It's not like and they lived happily ever after. It's different and it's quite dark. And that's why I like it.
Cool.
Yeah.
So would you say out of all of the stories in the book that you've heard of so far, would you say it's not really appealing to younger kids, this particular story?
I'd say, it's not really. I think it's more appealing towards the older generation of kids, so like young teenagers.
Young wizards,
Young wizards and witches, yeah. I think it's more appealing to them just because of the dark nature and the brutality of it almost, So I'd say quite older teens. I'd say about like 13, the most young range.
Yeah.
Upwards from that.
Cool. So could you tell us about what scene you did today?
Well, the scene today we did was the opening scene of our specialist film. It basically follows a girl finding this book. She's on a mission to find this book to read it. I had an idea of it being like the restricted section as well, so she's not meant to be there. Hogwarts, yeah. Hogwarts inspired, of course. So she goes to find this book and starts reading it. So basically what we did was just the camera following her, viewing this book. We did over-the-shoulder shots of her looking at the book so you can see what she's looking at, and also panning shots all the way around to set the scene. We used the three-point lighting. So like the key lighting, the side light,
key light, sorry.
Key light, side light, and the back light as well.
The field light,
And we decided to add the light at the back because you can't see the creases in the black curtains, so it looks more professional. It looks more mysterious as well. It's in this dark place, so you can't tell where it is. So yeah, that's basically what we filmed today.
And so with the other bits of the film, it would all be natural lighting?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Brilliant. So would you like to tell us about the characters you're going to play in the film?
Obviously at the beginning of the scene I'm playing myself.
Yeah.
I'm just, wanting to read this book. I'm quite curious. Sounds like me in real life. So, so I'm going to find this book, and then as I'm reading it, it fades into the story of the book contains, and I'll be playing the maiden.
Ooh, brilliant. I'm not going to give too much away.
No, I'm not giving too much. I'm not giving too much away. No.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.